This is Ross the Boss, and you're listening to Heavy Demons on the radio.
So, dear Ross, we are kind of a radio colleague, let's say. How are things going with Gimme Radio?
Actually, it's growing. It's a steady growth for Gimme Radio, and we're reaching a bunch of people, and the DJs are very cool, and it's a lot of different things are getting played on it, and which I like that. There's an outlet for new bands, and so we're always doing things, as well as the old standards and the old guard bands that are fantastic. We like playing new bands.
So you think radio is still a good media of promotion for music?
Sure. Well, Gimme Radio is internet, so but radio is great. I mean, when you get into your car, you turn on the radio, right?
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of radio in my house, so it's always good.
Born of Fire is finally available in many physical formats as well. How would you describe the album to the fans, and which is the importance for you of the physical aspect of the album in this weird digital era?
Yeah. Well, you see the CD, you see the beautiful cover.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see the amazing artwork of Stan Decker from France, but inside that, what is there? Mm-hmm. There are 12 songs. There are 12 amazing songs. There are 12 amazingly crafted songs played by very, very good musicians, sung by a very great singer and lyricist. Possibly the best record yet. I know it's the best record yet. It's so powerful. There's no denying it when you listen to it. There's no denying.
What shall we expect from your forthcoming European tour?
Well, you're going to expect a great band. We've been playing together for 2.5 years with this lineup, with this drummer, Steve Bolognese, and the band is tight. The band is united. The band is a hammer on stage. We have an amazing live reputation, and it's just getting better and better every time we hit the stage.
Are you satisfied of the work of AFM Records?
So far, they've done everything they said they would do. They have a lot of bands. There's not a huge budget for each band to get, but I mean, the response to our lyric video has been great. It's over 100,000 in 2 weeks. I mean, on Made in the Shadows we did a performance video for them, and they're doing it. They've done what they said they were going to do. And I'm getting a ton of press, and so I mean, it's more than I've ever had. So out of AFM, and it's good. I think the record's going to sell itself, honestly.
Which are your main influences as a composer and as a guitar player?
Well, what inspires me is the people that I grew up on, is B.B. King and Robert Johnson. I'm a heavy blues fanatic, and the early bands, Black Sabbath and Peter Green, and I don't really listen to modern music. Yeah. I mean, there are a lot of great bands out there. The new Burning Witches. I love the girls. I'm not a big listener of modern music. I can tell you that. I listen to Peter Townsend. I mean, I'm listening to the old music, and I think that no one has come close to that.
Yeah.
I mean, who's come close to Jimi Hendrix?
Nobody at all.
No.
Mission
right?
impossible.
Okay. Right. Impossible. As a composer, I mean, I'm still the same guy that gets inspired if I hear a riff. If a riff comes to my head, that's what really triggers it off. If a vocal line or a movie or a book title or a book subject, I'm reading something, I'm influenced by, classical music, Richard Wagner, Beethoven, Vivaldi. I mean, I'm like basically an old school guy. I haven't changed.
Yeah.
I haven't changed my formula since Manowar and since the Dictators.
The heavy metal soul and the punk rock soul, how do they coexist in your heart?
Well, they both exist in my heart because that's who I am. I mean, I bring the punk rock ethic to the band, to the RTB band,
Yeah.
because you know, it's just less bullshit. You know, no bullshit. Just play, no effects. Just go in there, blow the place apart.
Yeah.
You know, that's my thing.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I do, and that's you know, it's you know, I really, people go, how can you do both things? I go, well, I do both things because I can do both things. It's easy for me. You know, I'm recording the Dictators as we speak. I recorded last night with the original Dictators are back, and I keep recording. We're doing it. We're doing new music and hopefully tour. So I'm like, you know, I got my feet in both worlds, and I will do a blues record eventually. And you know, I find it's easy for me. I don't know. I see some guys just do the same thing over and over and over again, and nothing changes. You know,
Yeah.
I find that boring.
Talking about the Dictators, there is one album that I like to mention because I find it very special, and it's Manifest Destiny. Which are your memories about it and working with Sandy Pearlman?
Mm-hmm. What about it? It was fantastic. That record was a. I consider that record an experimental record.
Yeah.
You know, it was experimental. It was bold. It was very. I mean, it was produced. It was incredible. I mean, just working with him. But Sandy Pearlman and Murray Krugman did the first three.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're very. You know, I think that's a great record. We had Mark Mendoza from Twisted Sister on bass in that record, and I think that it's a great record. I mean, I don't know. I still listen to it. I did a lot of a lot of layering in my leads.
Yeah.
You know, I was doing things in '77 with what people are just doing now. I am very proud of that.
Yeah.
I was listening to Steppin' Out the other day.
Yeah, me too, Stepping Out.
Right, you were listening, right? You like that, right?
Yeah, definitely. Because Stepping Out, especially the beginning of the song, reminds me of the Dick Wagner and Steve Hunter guitar duels.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. You know, and but I mean, I listen to that stuff, and it's still. I mean, it's as good as it's. To me, it sounds as good as the day it was made.
Yeah.
You know. So, I'm proud of what I've done. Believe me.
Yeah. Which are your best and worst memories of the days with Manowar?
Oh well, I mean, the day that I left, obviously,
Yeah.
that I was asked to leave, I was fired, unceremonious. You know, Joey's just like, oh, I think it's better that you're out of the band. Well, you know, I think it's better that I'm controlling all the money.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what he really wanted to say.
Oh, God.
And hate to say it, but that's what it was.
Yeah.
And the best days were, of course, getting signed, having Orson Welles, you know, getting that first show in the United Kingdom, starting of the band, the whole deal, you know, the fact that we just did what the impossible. I got the band signed in New York City when no one said it was possible.
Yeah.
And it was great.
Yeah. Well, how was Orson Welles?
Oh man, working with a genius, working with an immortal genius was incredible. It was definitely one of the best moments of my life.
Yeah.
My professional life was amazing.
How is the musical life doing in New York City nowadays?
I mean, you know, it's not what it was. I mean, but there's still, I mean, the club scene is terrible. Not so great, but there are metal clubs to be played. Brooklyn and Queens have great metal places.
Yeah, I mean the boroughs instead of Manhattan.
Yeah, I mean Manhattan's got, you know, Bowery Ballroom,
Yeah, of course.
And Bowery Bar. You know, they got some places, but you know, it's not what it was. You know,
Yeah.
There's no Lemore's. I mean, there's not a lot of, you know, it's not the same.
Yeah.
But still, there are some places to play.
Yeah.
It's not a total loss.
So, which final message and greeting would you send out to the Italian fans of Frost the Bus?
No, I would say that hold on. It's going to be a great year. Come see us on tour. Definitely buy the product. Definitely buy Born of Fire. It's going to be a fantastic year. Come see us live. Come support the band. And we will never let you down. There's no doubt about it.